Hey guys, what's up? I'm back again, and I want to talk more about Lil Kim because last video I said I was going to talk more about her. So let's get right on to it. All right. So I said like how much Lil Kim is an icon, how she's a legend, how she paved the way for rappers, and it's been like bothering me. Like people have constantly slandered this woman left and right, throughout her entire career. I mean, we already know like you're gonna have haters, and if you're doing something right, then haters are gonna keep bitching and they're gonna keep talking, about you because they're jealous because they have nothing else going on for themselves. So when they see you doing great things, they're gonna come at you. But I want to still talk about Lil Kim and how Lil Kim she has left a legacy for herself, and down the road when generations to in the future they will acknowledge her. They'll know like Lil Kim, she is the queen and she's the queen bee and she is that artist that just changed the game. And I know like people, like I said, I mean when it comes to like women rappers and female rappers, like I like saying rappers, I like saying women rappers, female rappers. I mean it's fine, but I know like people like saying, just rappers. But I'm just saying like Kim, it's just been like a while since Kim really like put out new material. I mean, she has been putting out material for quite some time. I know for a couple of years. I know she's been putting out like new material, and some of her fans like it, and some of her fans don't like it. Because I know the reception and the feedback. Like Team Lil Kim, we'll always give our own feedback and our own constructive criticism to Kim because we grew up with Kim. And like I said, Kim been in this game for like over 20 years and counting. So I just want to talk about like how Kim have always embraced women to come together and do great things. And then people, some ignorant people, they'll be like, well, Kim, she's, she don't want to see another woman shine, or she's too, she don't like seeing other women take her spot. She's like insecure. And but it never been the case because like I said, if you look at Kim and you look at the history and the facts, you'll know a lot about Lil Kim than you do. And if you're like a person that, like I said, if you didn't grow up with Kim, like I said, just check her catalog, YouTube her, watch her videos way back in 1997, and even I think 2 years before, because that's when she was really popping. I think she was popping like in 1997, 96, somewhere in there. So she was, like I said, I know her debut album, it was released in between that era because she came out in the early 90s, and then her career progressed and throughout the 90s and to the early 2000s. And like I said, she went through personal issues like, she had to go to prison because, someone, well, people said that she lied to cover up, an incident. There was like a shooting and a fight outside of the radio station. So she had to be held accountable and go to prison for a year. So she served her time and she got out. And I said about the reality show on Lil Kim Countdown to Lockdown, where we saw a vulnerable side of Kim. We saw like Kim, on her, she was happy in some moments, but she was still sad that she had to go to prison, and, Kim, it's like Kim, some people, they have a misconception of Kim. And this has always been like that because Lil Kim, like I said, she's blunt. She says what she wants to say. She's confident. She don't care. And you just going to have to take it or leave it. She's going to say what she just going to do what to do. Either you roll with her or you don't. And it's like Lil Kim, and I know Team Kim, we go hard for her 24/7 because I see people, ignorant people, they tear her down, or they'll say another female rapper, they'll uplift her, but they're going to tear Kim down, which I think is really idiotic because there's room for everybody. And I'm sick and tired of people comparing women against each other. Women in sports, it could be women in the business, it could be women in entertainment, any career professional. They'll always like people have a tendency to compare women and put them against each other instead of embracing, instead of saying they're all beautiful, they have something to offer, they have to make a contribution, and they're doing their thing. And the thing I said about Kim, she always, like I said, showed other women love and respect, and the same has been granted towards her, the same in return. I mean, so it's like the whole thing about her being bitter and being a, you know, just well, you know, people like to say, well, she's a old bitter has been and whatnot, but nah, like, cut that BS out. We ain't got time for that, because at the end of the day, you should know where Kim come from. You should know what she's about. You should know that Kim pretty much created a foundation of unity, and she was not the only one to do that. There was other women rappers on the rise, and I mentioned Queen Latifah. I mentioned MC Lyte. I mentioned Foxy Brown. I mentioned Missy Elliott. I mentioned Eve. I mentioned the Brat. Salt and Pepper. I didn't mention them in my last video, but Salt and Pepper, they pretty much was they were a girl group. Actually, it was like a rap girl / group. Yeah, they were rappers. So all of them made a contribution to, you know, the industry, period. But like I said, there was a time where male dominant in the male industry, in the male field, run by the men. They were run by the big boys, running by the boys, and they were running. And then when women, when they was trying to get them the doors open for them, they had to work twice as hard because of the stereotypes, and because of the inequality, and because of people getting their feathers ruffled, or they're insecure, or they just didn't want to see women winning, excelling, and thriving. So it was like Kim, Missy, Foxy, the Brat, Lyte, and Latifah. And there was a lot of other women rappers too. But I know during the 90s, you saw a variety, and Kim being one of the main ones that hold it down for them. She hold it down for the sisters. She hold it down for the women. So she was playing her part. Like, she made sure she was representing. You know, like, just say if you was on if you're on a sports team, like say you're on a football team and you're like an all-star football team, or you're an underground football team, but you representing. You know, you gotta hold it down for each other. So it's almost like with Kim, that bullshit talking about, oh, she's jealous of women and she don't want no other women stand next to her. If you don't remember, or if you don't know, you know there was the most hottest record female anthem, like collaboration of all women rappers of all time, Ladies Night. Okay, you know the original song Ladies Night, Kool and the Gang, because I used to be bumping Kool and the Gang and all that good shit. That's some good music. But some people, like I said, they don't know about good quality music, because the music that y'all listen to now is garbage. I mean, you got some few artists that are taking it back, the old school flavor, but they put into a new flavor to it. But they have their own twist and their own twang and swag to it. But it's only a few. But the rest of them, they're either talking about drugs, money, women, material things, and getting turned up every 24/7. Now, if that's your cup of music, that's fine. I'm not knocking you down, but it's not my kind of tea, because I grew up listening to a whole variety of music. So I'm going back to that Ladies Night. It was Missy, it was the Brat, it was Angie Martinez, and Lisa Left Eye Lopez. She was in the girl group TLC, the greatest girl group of all time. So Lisa Left Eye Lopez, everybody know the video with the girls. They were hanging out with each other, having a good time, laughing it up, partying up, you know, riding what's them things called, on the water, jet skiing. They were jet skiing and on the boat, and they got onto this island, and then they was partying, having fun, and you saw all these men, and the men, they was catering to them, and, you know, having fun, and, you know, they was talking about, oh, this is ladies' night, come on, girls, let's have a party. Like, say you and your homegirls, y'all going to a club, and you and your girls, y'all have a sleepover, y'all talk about girl stuff and all that good stuff. That's the way to go. Okay, so ladies' night, though, that's one of the most memorable records of all time, and from collaboration of women. And it's like, people nowadays, right now, there is a collaboration of like women artists that are collaborating with each other, but I think what's missing is the soul. I think what's missing is like that real authenticity. It's that real, like, I got your back. I'm gonna hold you down, girl. Like, oh, we're not gonna let nobody tear us down because I got your back. You got my back. We're gonna look out for each other. So it's almost like I talked about Kim and I said, you know, Kim, and the way how some people, you know, try to act like she's the bitter old has-been. She's the bitter old woman that don't want to see another sister shine or don't want to see another woman shine or however you want to call it. That's not true. Because if it was, Kim wouldn't be where she's at now. If it was like that, she wouldn't be. I doubt she would be. Hell, she probably be. I'm just saying, if she had that attitude, that she was the only one doing it, she was the only one that slayed and all that. She had that ego. Because I'm telling you, got some artists nowadays, they got egos. They let that ego go in their head and they lose their damn minds. But for Kim's case, it wasn't that. She always, you know, showed love and respect to women. And she always showed love and respect to peers, and her peers did the same. And I know there was a Breakfast Club interview that she did a couple years back. I know in that situation with you know who, that she was going, you know, back and forth with this person, and people was like, yeah, this guy named Charlamagne the God. Now, I don't like him. I don't like him. He's very obnoxious and rude, and I don't like his mindset because he's weird to me. But anyway, he was like, yeah, it seems like you was like the old bitter and disgruntled OG female rapper. And Kim was like, no, I'm not old, I'm not disgruntled, I'm just telling you what I've been through. I'm telling you the shit I had to go through, like, with this person. And I know surrounding all that, because Kim talked about how she was, when she got released from prison, she was working with business ventures with like other artists, and she wanted to collaborate with them, but they had other ideas, they had another outlet. So she was still trying to figure out what she was going to do, and she was saying, you know, nah, from the beginning, I never had no issue with this person, but this person had, for some reason, had an issue with me. And I tried to be cordial with this person, but this person kept dissing me in videos. This person kept talking about me in, you know, the lyrics. Kept straight up dissing me. Like, straight up dissing me. And I'm sitting back like, okay, alright, I see what you're about. So I'm not going to say anything because, like I said, she said, you know, what's done in the dark comes to the light. And I respect him for that. And then she was like, and we already know her and you know who was going head to head. It was going in. And I know Team Lil Kim, we already know about Playtime is over. We know about that YouTube series thing, like where Kim and that person, they was going head to head, and how Kim influenced that person and that person's fans. Some of them are batshit crazy and some of them have lost their damn minds. Because let me tell you something. You don't have to like Lil Kim. You don't have to like her music. You don't have to like her, period. However, you're not going to discredit what she's done, because she's damn sure did a lot over the past 20 years of her career. She's damn sure paved the way over the past, like, over 20 years of her career. And as far as, like I said, she branded herself. She did music, movies. She's done it all, like television. She did Dancing with the Stars. You know, she was one of the contestants, and it was so good to see Kim getting more. She was getting more. It was like she was getting herself out there. It was more for her, other than music, because I understand music is the main priority. But she was doing other stuff. She was branding her stuff. She was like on a roll. And the thing is, right now, Kim, you know, she's touring. She's touring with Diddy and Mason and Puff Daddy, well, all them Bad Boy family and the rest of the family. So it's like, you know, Kim pretty much really did well for herself. I have to give it to you, because there are some artists, like I said, some artists, they don't get to have a chance to be relevant, or people still know them for like 20 years, 30 years. And people, so I find it so, like, it's just so funny how people would be like, oh, this artist is a flop. or this artist is a has-been because they're not keeping up with the current generation. No, they should not keep up with the current generation. I think in some aspects, yeah, but they should do what they want to do and keep it moving. And that's the issue with people, is they don't, I mean, it's like you spend so much time comparing these legends to artists that they're getting their foot into the door, but it's like when you compare Lil Kim to like any other artist or any rapper artist, like I said Kim shouldn't even try to break her neck to please this generation. I mean, because this generation, they listen to whoever they want to listen to. And so it's like with Kim at this, I mean, right now, she just gonna have to do what she knows best and execute it. And I think that for her, she should really try to take the time to, you know, finish up recording this album, figure out what she's gonna do, what direction she's going, because right now she's touring right now, and I know in between the tours and rehearsals and in between breaks that, you know, she's gonna have new ideas and a new creative outlook. And I hope that Kim really goes hard. I hope she comes hard. I hope she really takes advantage of it, because like I said, you know, Kim, it's been a while since Kim put out an album. I'm not saying it in a bad way. This is the thing, like on my channel, I'm not going to be like, this is not the channel. I don't throw shade at people. I don't do that because I think it's childish, and I think it's just nonsense, and it's just so childish. So I don't be throwing shade. I'm just going to give my opinion and, you know, give constructive criticism. But I'm not here, so this is not the channel for you. So if you don't like what I say, which is fine, this is not the channel for you. But it's like, what I'm saying is that all the work and dedication Lil Kim has put into her career, it's like she still can hold her own. You know, she never lost it. It's not like Kim didn't do anything, because like I said, if she didn't do anything, or if she had an ego, she wouldn't even be mentioned. Like, people wouldn't even, they were like, who? And not in like a shade way, but they're like, who? Not in the shade way, not like, but they like who? But no, because Kim made sure she paid her dues. She did what she was supposed to do, and she went after it. And she, like I said how people, you know, can make fun of Kim all they want to. And I noticed, and this is what really made me do like this video of Kim, because I wanted to do a video of Kim for a while. And I saw some guy, he was like saying like, yeah, y'all are so busy, you're so busy tearing her down, talking about how the way she look, talk about, but other people you praise, but with her you always give her a hard time. I'm like, yeah, it's like people don't have lives. It's like, you know, if Kim's that much of a issue, then you need to keep it moving and stop trying to act like, you know, she didn't accomplish anything or her career is dead. You know how they like to say, oh, they killed their own careers, but no. You're going to have your ups and downs. You're going to have your moments. You're going to have to take a break. And I cannot stand when people act like an artist takes a break, a 5-year break or a 3-year break. Hell, it can even be a 3-year break. And you got people still like saying, oh my God, like, why are they taking a break? Ain't nobody going to be checking for them. But, honey, you're not checking for them. So keep it moving. Just because you're not checking for them, that doesn't mean someone else isn't. So keep it moving, okay? Don't act like, you know, because it's just too much. It's like too much of this nonsense. It's like, I just wish that people just embrace the art and music and culture, because it's like, I see why people are frustrated. And I see other artists, they speaking out about, like, there needs to be soul, and there needs to be that message that sends people, that lifts people up. Right now, we got all this garbage, nonsense, bullshit. It ain't even to me. It's just utter nonsense. Like, what the records they play now is nonsense. And like I said, the same topics over and over. And then the talented artists, they're getting pushed to the side because people are not waking up and people are not being exposed. And then you got some people act like, well, you gotta be like someone else. No, you don't. You be who you are. Like, there's only one you. Just like I said, there's only one Lil Kim. There will never be another Lil Kim. Okay, Lil Kim is Lil Kim, and there will never be another Lil Kim. And I know some people have tried to make it seem like certain artists that, you know, like I said, have said bad things about Kim and took shots at Kim, and people were like, well, yeah, Kim, she's old, she's washed up, so we don't give a fuck about her. We're just gonna drag her name through the mud. We're gonna slander Kim. We're gonna call Kim all kinds of names. Let's just go, just one fall. Let's band together and just, you know, slander this woman. It's like, this woman paved the way for your favorite artists and plenty more of artists. She didn't just like emerge and just didn't do anything. And like I said, a few of these knuckleheads think that for an artist to be successful or be relevant or have longevity, it's all about having hits and a current success, and you gotta be popular. And I mean, that comes later. I mean, you want, the first thing that you want to do, you want to have an image. You want to have your music got to fit with that image. Then you got to have the team around you that believe in your vision, and they believe in you. And also, it's up to you to believe in yourself and believe in the vision and the image and your music and the message that you're going to send, because it's up to you and everybody else around that's going to make sure that you get where you need to be. So it's like with Lil Kim, she talked about being yourself. She talked about women empowerment, standing up for yourself, taking in control. And I'll tell you what, you know, for her, if she didn't take risks, she wouldn't be as successful. She wouldn't be as known. And I be seeing people on Twitter. I see Team Kim go in. They go so hard. We go so hard. People will be like, you know, because I noticed, like, on Twitter, we do talk about how Kim is such an icon in fashion, in the fashion game. You know, she kills it with the fashion game, like, all the time. Like, that's her. I mean, not only her music is the shit, but her outfits are the shit. Like, you look back, like I said in the 1990s and the early 2000s, Lil Kim, she knew what she was doing. She was on her A game. Like, I talked about her makeup, her skin, the color. She made sure she got with the right people. She even got in touch with the top fashion designers. And the top fashion designers, they love Lil Kim not only because she had her own style and she had her own image, she had her own thing, her flavor going on. They liked that she was original. And that's when she got her foot in the door in the fashion world, because when Kim was on red carpet, Kim would always wear something different. There was nothing that Kim did redundant. It was always something different. That's why a lot of people, they say when it comes to the fashion and it comes to snatching and being and slaying, she knew what she was doing. She knew exactly what she was doing. Like, every time, like the colorful wigs, Kim wore every freaking color, like, from the rainbow. Kim's hair, the style, it could be, I don't care if it was straightened, I don't care if it was curly, I don't care if it was like it was in a bang and she had the ponytail, or a bang and a straight hair. That's Lil Kim. That's Lil Kim hands down. That's Lil Kim all over. So it's like, yeah, I see like Team Kim be going, and I be like, yeah, and it's almost like, you know, I hate to say this, but it's almost like people will not recognize these artists until, you know, they gotta say sayonara, and I don't like that. But it's like, what? It's like, you have to appreciate them while they're here. You can't call yourself talking about, you know, listen, because we already done freaking lost, you know who, you know, a couple weeks ago. And I cried, but I'm not going to mention that person because he's in a better place. So rest in peace to this person. But yeah, it's like, you know, people are so busy with this nonsense. And also, I talked about how Kim, like, the direction with her music. And she's an innovator with her music because Kim also, like I said, she played with different, you know, the tone of her voice when she raps and when she spit. And then the flow. She switched up her flow. She always switched up her flow. She didn't sound like her last record. She didn't rap the same. She always rapped, and she did sing too. She did put singing and a little bit of ad-libs, and she put singing, and she just put them together, and it really jailed. So it's like with Kim, that's why people, like I said, they go, I mean, Lil Kim fans, aka Beehive, aka Killer Bees, I know what's up because I'm one of them. Because I know it's like, you don't want to mess with Lil Kim fans. I mean, and even me, if you say something like Lil Kim, like if you say like, well, I'm not a huge fan of hers, or I didn't grow up with her, I'm not, that's fine. Because some people didn't grow up with certain artists, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Because I sure didn't grow up with certain artists. But when you be doing this extra stuff talking about she didn't pave the way, and she's a has-been, and she's a, bitter, or, people love to say she's a old, they like saying she's a old and bitter. They love saying that she's old and she's bitter. I'm going to have to check you. I'm going to have to say, really? Because last time I checked, she never came across as old and bitter. She never had that mentality. She never had like an ego. It may have come off to you at certain times because yes, she did talk shit in her records, but she always kept it neutral. So she wasn't like, oh, I'm just gonna be an asshole and not care about other people's feelings. No, she spoke for everybody from her perspective, from her life experiences, from her personal life, from her ups and downs. And I said before, Kim, she had a difficult time in her life. Like, she went through things, she went through trials. Said her parents were going through issues. She had issues at home, so she had to find her way. She had to figure out what she wanted to do with herself, and she wanted to make something out of herself. And I'm so happy. And she said music saved her life because she didn't know what was ahead of her. She didn't know if, I'm just saying, and I'm so glad that she really, like I said, she still, talks about how music saved her life and how she met great people in her life and they uplifted her and they didn't treat her like she was an outcast, and they treated her like family. And some people, like I said, you don't know what people go through. Hell, I sure don't, because I don't know. That's why I make sure I don't be going out my way to tear people down. I don't be doing this extra stuff because, like I said, people do too much when it comes to celebrities, when it comes to these athletes and these singers and rappers, who you like, who you idolize, or if you hate, or whatever. It's like you do too much. It's this extra nonsense. So yeah, I think Kim, like I said, right now it seems everything is good. It seems everything is going the way they're supposed to go. And I said Kim needs to take the opportunity and just take it and utilize it. Because I think, like I said, with this new album, I think that she's going to have to take her time with this. I think she got something planned in the future. I think she has a lot of things planned, but I don't know when this album is due. And you know what? I do like to predict maybe when an album will come out. I don't know, but I think next year. I think next year Kim's gonna release an album. I really do. I think 2017 Kim gonna really come through, cause 2016 right now she's touring and stuff. So, and also, like I said, for people that didn't grow up with her, for this new generation, in a way, yeah, she has to. To be honest, she does have to make a connection with the new generation, because for those that don't know her, or for those that didn't grow up with her music and they like her, then yes, it's important for her to connect with the new generation. So, but, I'm sorry, excuse me. That's sick. But, yeah, I think that for her, she gonna have to, like I said, just figure out what she's gonna do. And, yeah, I think from now on, like I said, I'm sorry. Just my eyes hurting a little bit. Okay. But she gonna have to figure out what she needs to do in order to get the general public's attention. Well, what she already is, to be honest, she already is, because I saw her on the Today Live show with Diddy, and they did all about the Benjamins, and she slayed that. She was the same Kim from when we all grew up in love and stuff like that. So it's like with Kim, like I said, she just gonna have to utilize her resources. She's gonna have to really put in a lot of time and work, because I'm telling you, I really would be like, really, like, bummed. Like, I'd be like, you know, she don't release new material, because it's like, you know, she can still release new material. And like I said, I think that for her to be in the game for like over 20 years, she solidifies herself as one of the best. And like I said, people know her. People know who she is. And like I said, if she didn't take risks and she didn't utilize the opportunities and take advantage of them, she wouldn't have gotten that far. She wouldn't have gotten, hell, I don't think she wouldn't have gotten that far in her career. But that's why you gotta be blessed, you gotta be humble and work hard so you get where you want to be. And you do deserve, like I said, to be successful. I'm tired of people trying to dictate the outcome of people. Are they going to succeed or are they going to fail or what? It's like, you don't know. What you need to do is worry about your own life and focus on your own life and set your own goals. Have your own aspirations so you can be the best person that you can be. Stop dictating to other people's what they should do, what they shouldn't do, what they should have done, what they shouldn't have done, what they should have did or they didn't do. Stop, because you're wasting your time on somebody else's life when you need to focus on yourself. And I think that people, like nowadays, like, right, it's like they're so warped. They're so obsessed with, I mean, and I understand, like, you can like and admire someone, but you gotta take time to focus on yourself. So the thing is, just make sure that you believe in yourself. And also, if you gotta cut a few people out your life, do it, because it's not worth it. You're wasting your time dealing with knuckleheads, dealing with assholes that they don't bring nothing but venom. And like I said with Lil Kim, she knew that she had to cut people out her life. Otherwise, she wouldn't be where she is now. Otherwise, hell, we wouldn't have gotten all those classic hits that she has done in her career. We wouldn't have gotten that. We would have not gotten that. So I would say to Team Lil Kim, keep going hard for our girl, because we always go hard for her. And just let these knuckleheads know that you don't have to like Lil Kim. You don't have to like her. However, you're not going to disrespect her, and you're not going to keep like just trying to drag her down and tear her down and drag her down and tear her down and just slander her left and right like she's some piece of meat. Like, you can just go and just no, because Team Lil Kim, we gonna jump on you. We're gonna find you. We're going to find you, and we're going to find you. And once we find you, we're just gonna say, we're gonna put you to the side and say, listen, you need to get a notebook, a pen, or a pencil. Sit your ass down in the chair and a desk like you at school and do your homework on Lil Kim. That's all we gonna do. And that's it. And that's all I want to say, guys. So, you know, look forward to seeing my new videos in the future. And also subscribe to my channel. And I'll talk to you guys later. Holla at you, girl. Peace.